What's going on, True 10? Hey, man, I came to talk about spiritualness, like spiritual people. Like, everybody in this world claim to be spiritual. You get what I'm saying, bro? And that's the fucked up problem that we got now in this world, my nigga, to where everybody claim to be spiritual. Let me tell you something, bro. I don't give a fuck how many crystals you got. The bows, the wear, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the king hats, the queen hats, the chakras, about none of that shit. The chakras, how many books you read, what business you got, how you maneuvering, what the names do you want to be called by, goddess or god, peace god, all this shit. Bro, let me tell y'all motherfuckers something, bro. That shit don't mean nothing when what people don't understand about spiritual, bro, is people do the shadow. You need to do the shadow work to become that shit. Every man must search his own soul and every woman must search her own soul. I just really want motherfuckers to get an understanding of that shit, because it seemed to me people sit around this motherfucker and claim they be spiritual every day. But then I was just in a situation like this, bro. Like, I really be paying attention to shit, bro. Like, motherfuckers be, you can't be a spiritual person if you don't follow in your own truth, for one. And if you listening to everybody else and what they got going on and you ain't taking heed to your own life, my nigga, you can't be spiritual. I'm going to be honest with you. Motherfuckers claim they be spiritual, but then when you look at them and you look at their life and you see what the fuck be going on with them, everything with them ain't the same. You get what I'm saying? Their whole life is not the same, and what they're driven by is not the same. Like, motherfuckers still living a past, not trying to heal themselves correctly, not moving in the right steps. A lot of motherfuckers, bro, don't even take accountability. Being spiritual is about taking accountability for what the fuck going on in your life and what you done to others. Because being spiritual is people who've been through hell and just not getting out of it. Who come from hell and just not getting out of it. And they starting to wake up and realize who the fuck they are. Everybody's not spiritual, but you got some of these motherfuckers who claim to be spiritual, but they fake spiritual. Like, motherfuckers be, that's why I don't care about this spiritual shit. I'm just a natural person. That's why I tell motherfuckers, do not put me in that chakra shit. Do not be telling me about none of this none of this other shit, crystals and all this extra shit. Y'all believe in it, bro, but I don't care for it because it seems like it's starting to be a trend. Like, motherfuckers feel like this spiritual shit not starting to be a trend, but then I feel like it is, because everybody's coming out of nowhere making money. You got to think about it. Most of these spiritual motherfuckers, so-called spiritual, be making money off of you. Do the same shit they doing to other people, be fucked up. Like, bro, I literally used to watch Rashad Jamal and Young Pharaoh, right? And I never really understood why both of them niggas got into an argument until this particular day. Like, I'm trying to figure out, why is Rashad Jamal people arguing with Young Pharaoh people, and why is Young Pharaoh people arguing with Rashad Jamal people, and both of these niggas just arguing together. It kind of threw me off, because it's like, y'all niggas both do the same thing. Same thing for the community. That's what I didn't understand. So I was like, at the end of the day, what point of life is motherfuckers gonna realize, bro, that we are all trying to do the same shit, help people? And free Rashad Jamal, man, because I know what's up with his situation too, man. Free that man, because I know his baby mother lied on him also. And he's a positive person in the community too. Salute him. I respect him, what he got going on and everything. But he a definition of spiritual because he done the shadow work, and motherfuckers really look up to him. You did what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, he don't do shit for the internet. He tries to actually be in the community, helping motherfuckers around the world. And that's what it's supposed to be about. Spiritual is about, you start to wake up to the thing of, you need to start using love. You need to start moving by compassion. You need to start searching your own soul. You need to have a companionship. You need to start understanding that you must search your own soul as a male or a fucking woman. You need to search your own soul as a male or a female. And you need to start understanding you have to do shadow work. Because if you're stuck in the past, like, a motherfucker gonna notice when you're in a relationship with them or being around them or kicking it with them. You're gonna notice all facts, like, my nigga, like, you're going to notice all facts somebody is not really who they. You must search your own soul as a male or a fucking woman. You need to search your own soul as a male or a female. And you need to start understanding you have to do shadow work. Because if you're stuck in the past, like, a motherfucker gonna notice when you're in a relationship with them or being around them or kicking it with them. You're gonna notice all facts, like, my nigga, like, you're gonna notice all facts somebody is not really who they say they is, or moving off the facts. They depend on certain shit to get them by, or they living in the past, so they stuck in their motherfucking mind, because the only thing that's a trap to you is your own mind. We are the traps to our own self. We trap our own self in our own environments and don't even know that shit every day. That's the fucked up part about life, bro. We really trap ourselves in our own environments, and we don't need to do that shit. I tell motherfuckers every day, bro, we're not perfect. We're none of us perfect. But if you can find yourself and understand where you fucking up at in a relationship, or where you fucking up at in friendships or family ships or anything, bro, you take accountability for it. And I'm not saying, because people who don't want to take accountability, they are prideful, and they love living in their pain and suffering from them situations. That's not a good thing to do. When you living in your pain and you willing to suffer from what hurts you, you have to learn how to forgive. That's the point of being spiritual too. You got to learn how to forgive, bro. You gotta learn how to forgive and let shit be what it is. And that's one thing. And that's one thing I'm learning. Like, I forgive, bro, but I don't forget what a motherfucker does to me. You dig what I'm saying? And on top of that though, especially when it was severely fucked up before I did anything to them. You dig what I'm saying? Like, the end of the day, bro, people, we all do shit to each other. Sometimes you may have to fuck up a relationship, and then eventually you and that person get back together and y'all have a conversation about what happened. Sometimes you gotta fuck up life in this life, bro. Fuck up things in this life. Being spiritual is about taking accountability for your fucking actions, doing the shadow work. I don't give a fuck how many books you read, how many walks you go on, what you say, what you do. You say you do, what you don't do. At the end of the day, my nigga, you have to sit and self-reflect with yourself and realize what key points in your life, or what are you trying to change? What are you trying not to do no more? How are you trying to go with your life? How are you trying to move when it comes to doing the shadow work of the person that you're trying to be? Because this shit take time, bro. It take time, bro. I don't give a fuck what crystals a motherfucker got, what they're wearing, and what they're doing. At the end of the day, my nigga, a lot of people claim to be spiritual, bro, but they just as devious. They just use that shit. That's a cover-up. It's like sometimes motherfuckers who say they spiritual, it be a cover-up. Like, a person can really be devilish for real and call themselves being spiritual. And another thing about being a spiritual motherfucker, you can't put everybody aspects and experiences in your life that's not yours. That's another thing. A spiritual motherfucker don't get their mind trapped by the corrupt. You dig what I'm saying? The corrupt shit. Like, at the end of the day, bro, the corrupt shit is what it is, but they try to find some peace and some prosperity behind it. We all go through shit at the end of the day, but that's what makes us who we are. That's what makes us who we are. Our journey is our journey, and the shit that we go on in our life is our life. It's women who've been through a lot of things that they finally start walking in their truth, and that's what spiritual is too, walking in your truth also. It's taking accountability for what the fuck is happening to you in your life. I salute anybody who take accountability for what happens to them in their life and they start growing, because once you do that, you grow. You become a better version of yourself. You understand what you want to do. You understand what you don't want to do. You understand who you don't want to be. You understand who you do want to be. That's what spiritualness is about. You got to watch for these motherfucking snakes, because some people show flaws, man. Most people show, I ain't gonna need to say some, most people show flaws when they say they spiritual. They show flaws about shit and it don't even be real. But just understand, bro, that's what spiritual shit about. Peace. Follow me at Actualtruth_. Follow me at